All right, guys, so we're at the World Trade Center, Penn Station. First time I've been here since that whole thing happened tragically many years ago. I could not believe it. You guys have to see this. So we got off the PATH train, we went up the little escalator, and this is what I saw. It's the Oculus thing. Kind of looks like a skeleton looking thing, but it's freaking cool. Cartoon wife insists that we go to the 9/11 memorial thing. I have no desire to go to that whole museum thing, but last time we were in town, I promised her that I would go the following visit, which is now, and I gotta keep my word. Look how nice and clean this is. You just buy your tickets to the PATH right there. This is insane. Wow. This is incredible. Look how pretty that is. PATH trains to New Jersey. So this is what the outside of the Oculus looks like. Supposedly it's supposed to be a dove. I don't get it, but maybe it's an artistic take.
No, the ticket and the prices are right here on the back. From the Freedom Tower, you get like a 360 view of all New York City. And in addition to that, you get $15 off to eat, drink, or shop once you're upstairs.
Cool, thank you. This is going on YouTube.
Okay, awesome.
Where's the Freedom Tower?
That's the Freedom Tower, kid. Right up there. Look how big it is. Adults, $26. Kids, 6 and under are free. All right, Rory's free. This was my very first time since 9/11 of me using the NJ PATH, and I'm in awe. I cannot believe how it's completely different. I mean, obviously it was all destroyed. It started over from scratch. You guys did a good job. I'm proud of you. The Oculus is nice. A little weird with the skeleton thing, but nice nonetheless. And it's so clean and white. All right, Rory, listen to me. What we're about to see, you don't understand. I'm trying to explain to you. So there were these, she's gonna get it. All right, listen to me. So there were these two big buildings, okay, called the World Trade Center. There were the Twin Towers. They used to sit right here. There was two of them, right? These guys, these bad guys in airplanes crashed into the buildings and the buildings fell down. The train station we were just at was destroyed. They had to start it all over. This whole area was wrecked. And a lot of people, innocent people, died that day. So what they did is they made what's called a memorial so we don't forget them. And that's what we're about to see. There's like a little museum, and there's these two pits, I don't know what you call them, pools, and there's names all along the sides of all the people that died. So that's what we're here to see today. You understand? So what's the moral of the story? Huh? You don't want to forget about people. Very good. All right, guys, let's check out the memorial. So we did the 9/11 memorial guided tour. We paid $20 a head to do the guided tour, which I highly recommend. However, they had all sorts of rules about what you could and couldn't record and how you record. One guy said I could just take pictures. Other places they said I couldn't. Another guy said I could do video. Another guy said I couldn't. I got yelled at several times. So out of respect, I'm not going to show any of the footage from the actual 9/11 memorial guided tour. However, on a separate day, we actually took a small bus tour. Fantastic company. I'll post a link below in the description. We went with these two guys, Guy and Frankie. Frankie's originally from Brooklyn, so he's a paisan, you know, and I really enjoyed him, and you're going to hear a little bit of his story about he was actually there near the World Trade Center during that tragic day, and he knew personally 2 firefighters that passed away.
I'm from Queens. Forget about it.
I got family in Queens. So during the tour, they actually took us to a restaurant / bar that was across the street from the firehouse that lost a ton of firefighters. And this place is special because all the firefighters from around the world have come and dropped off a badge. And you'll see badges from different fire departments all over the walls. I mean, it was everywhere as a sign of support.
If you look in the water, it's lifeless. There's no reflection. That's symbolic of the building being gone. The hole in the middle is the hole of people's hearts, lost by the void, by the lost loved ones, the absence of their loved ones. All religions died here. All religions sent clergy members to pray upon the water. The water's recycled. It comes up as like a symbolic gesture. If you do that, that's like a blessing to them. These are the longest man-made waterfalls in the world. At night, they put white lights on them and makes each drop look like a diamond. They are beautiful at night. We have a birthday right here on the left. The White Rose, and their name is their birthday today. This is my friend Gerald. Remember Gerald? He was on the top. Thomas is on this side. I used to drink a lot of beer with this guy when we were growing up in Brooklyn. I keep getting this dream. Frank, bring a can of beer, pour it on my name, and I'll taste it in heaven. By the way, if there's a heaven above, I meant to say this before, but I forgot. If there's a heaven above, those guys are there already. Straight through. Express thinking. I'm holding myself back. I have to hold myself back every day. That's why I keep that. If there's a heaven above, they're there. If you ever read about a tour guide getting arrested for pouring beer, you'll know who it is. I keep getting this message, Frank, I'll taste it in heaven. I miss my friends very dear. They died as heroes. Everyday people are heroes. People got out of the buildings. No, I have to go back. And lost their lives trying to rescue. There were people that could have got out, but stayed to help somebody. Lost their lives.
So how do I end the vlog like this? Talking about the World Trade Center 9/11 tragedy that happened. Day I'll never forget. I mean, I was across the water in Teaneck, and I heard about the first plane. I thought it was a little Cessna. We all laughed. And then after the second plane, we knew it was serious. I saw all the smoke, and it took a couple minutes, but then it occurred to me that my brother was actually a couple blocks away on Wall Street. So luckily, I was able to get a hold of him via cell phone. All the cell phone towers were clogged. Like, nobody could make any phone calls. It was horrible. Luckily, I was able to get a hold of my brother, and he doesn't remember this, but I told him, I don't care what you're doing, put it down, get your ass out of the city now. And so he actually listened to me for a change. The kid never listens to me. So he tells a story about how he was able to get on the last ferry out, and as the boat was leaving the dock, one of the buildings came down, and all the smoke and debris and whatnot got onto the ferry. And there was one passenger that freaked the hell out and jumped overboard, right? So the captain says on the loudspeaker, folks, we got a castaway. We're going to turn around and get him. And in true New York City fashion, there was mutiny. All the people on the boat were screaming at the captain, if you turn this boat around, we're going to kick your ass off the boat, right? And so after this was all done, a week later, my brother shares a story with me. I'm like, hey, so what happened with that guy that jumped overboard? And he says, I don't know, that's his problem. I didn't tell him to jump overboard, and I find that humorous. I mean, it's almost been, 20 years since that whole thing. And, it's one of the few days as an adult I remember crying. It was a huge tragedy, but I was there. I was there days, weeks after in New Jersey, right over the water. And I had friends of friends that had passed away, no one that I knew personally. And it was just what I thought was remarkable is how we all came together, not just as a state, New York, New Jersey, but as a country, everyone opened their pocketbooks, opened their wallets, gave freely. If somebody needed a home, we didn't think twice. We took them in. And I'm talking about everyone in general. It was amazing. And then to go back so many years later and see how they took this horrible event and turned it into something good by totally making that downtown area gorgeous. And that doesn't replace people's lives. I understand that. It was incredible to me. I did not shed a tear during the 9/11 Memorial Museum thing. Not one tear. But I was taken aback when I got off that PATH train and I saw the Oculus. That was crazy. And at the very end of the 9/11 Memorial Tour, the highlight for me, and I didn't take a picture, again, out of respect, were these two really long escalators. And they had like white lights going up and down the sides. And whenever I think of the World Trade Center, the one I knew that I used to commute with every day to go to downtown, I used to work across the street from the World Trade Center at Century 21 department store, I would remember those really long escalators. And that was what the conclusion of the 9/11 Memorial was two really long escalators. Now, back in the day, there were tons of escalators that were really long side by side, but these were just two. And the fact that they had that at the very end and had the lights on the sides, that meant something to me. There was a lot of forethought that went into creating that 9/11 museum. So if you guys are ever in Manhattan, A, I highly recommend you pay the extra money for the 9/11 Memorial guided tour. And B, you go and see Frankie and Guy over at Small Bus Tours. I posted some information here. I'll post a link below. I can't recommend them enough. I lived there. Lived in New York, New Jersey most of my life. I didn't know a lot of the stuff that they were sharing. It was all news to me. Like, did you know Manhattan means many hills in Indian? I had no idea. But at any rate, I didn't want to end this vlog with my traditional Ultimate Warrior music. I wanted to show a little bit more respect here, and I have a ton of more footage about my 2019 vacation to New York, New Jersey, and I just wanted to kick it off with this whole World Trade Center 9/11 Memorial video for you guys. Till next time!